they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall heir. This note was a promise that all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
This nation was founded by men of many nations and backgrounds. It was founded on the principle that all men are created equal, and that the rights of every man are diminished when the rights of one man are threatened. This is not even a legal or legislative issue alone. It is better to settle these matters in the courts than on the streets, and new laws are needed at every level. But law alone cannot make men see right. We are confronted primarily with a moral issue. It is as old as the Scriptures and is as clear as the American Constitution.
Because no lie can live forever.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
How long?
Because you shall reap what you sow.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
How long?
True forever on the scaffold, wrong forever on the throne.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that scaffold sways the future.
Yes.
Behind the dim unknown standeth God within the shadow, keeping watch above his own. How long? Not long. Because the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice.
Yes, sir.
How long? Not long.
Your children go to this school, ma'am?
No, they don't. They go to a religious school not far away.
Well, what is the reason for your presence on the picket line today?
I believe the children in the Bedford-Stuyvesant area deserve their own school. They shouldn't have to be bussed and used as pawns by politicians.
Several people elected blacks, elected into state and local positions, and even your first federal congressman came during Reconstruction. Once Reconstruction ended, that stopped.
They created a number of different, what we would call loopholes.
These loopholes included harsh restrictions such as poll taxes, grandfather clauses, and literacy tests. These made it nearly impossible for African Americans to vote.
But there is cause for hope and for faith in our democracy in what is happening here tonight. For the cries of pain and the hymns and protests of oppressed people have summoned into convocation all the majesty of this great government, the government of the greatest nation on earth. Our mission is at once the oldest and the most basic of this country: to right wrong, to do justice, to serve man.
The law is there to uphold the human principle, that there is equal justice because we feel it in our hearts, that this is the law of our hearts. And I think all of us now are very sober in realizing that unless we integrate, we shall very quickly disintegrate.
We will register to vote because as citizens of these United States, we have the right to do it.
Their cause must be our cause, too.
But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. So we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, "My country, 'tis of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true."
Since the formation of our nation, the right to vote has been the cornerstone of our representative democracy. Over many years, Congress has expanded voting rights to make sure everyone had an equal voice in our democracy. The 15th Amendment of the United States Constitution provides that no government in the United States may prevent a citizen from voting based upon that citizen's race, color, or previous condition of servitude.
The 14th Amendment is really the amendment that civil rights pioneers hang their hat on. And again, even current day, it would be people that believe that gay marriage should be constitutional claim that not allowing it is in a violation of the 14th Amendment. No state shall deny equal protection under the law. And anybody that's opposed to that, that's fine, and you're allowed to do that, and I'm allowed to do what I'm going to do, but you have to deal with those words of equal protection for all.
Echoing the language of the 15th Amendment, the National Voting Rights Act of 1965 outlawed discriminatory voting practices that had been responsible for the widespread disenfranchisement of African Americans.
Southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rock, for the tree to drop. Here is a strange and bitter cry.